Riviera is absolutely beautiful, but there's so much to see, and this has got to be one of my favorite parts, and it's so easy to miss if you don't know where to look. Love this one. Let me tell you all about it. Hey everyone, Dave K here for an exciting adventure today. The opening of Disney's Riviera Resort. Really excited to see the inside of this one. Love the coloration so far, just looking at the building. That nice sort of deeper gray. It's not a darker gray, it's like a deeper gray. You know, it's not like too light. It sort of absorbs some of that sunlight, but at the same time, it's not too dark. Loving the look from the outside. So excited to see what it looks all around and on the inside. Driving up is beautiful as well. Let's take a look. Look at this brick structure here, sort of faux brick structure. I love that beautiful tile there. Definitely feels very sturdy in terms of material, and love looking at the water. Look at this mini lake here with some of that water spraying up, sticking with that color theme, that sort of darker and lighter gray for the building as a whole. Some flowers outside. Beautiful view of that little kiosk area out front where you'd catch a bus, that sort of thing. Super excited to step inside here as well. Stepping inside Riviera for the first time. So much to see here today. I'm excited for it. Look at these chairs and these tables. Wow, absolutely beautiful. Love how they've kept the theming with sort of that browns and silvers and blues here. Beautiful tile on the floor as you're entering the lobby, and a beautiful lobby area here as well. You see those sort of circles in the lobby ceiling area. Very interesting. Very cool to see the lobby here. You can see they've got holiday decorations up as well, which is great for the holiday season. Some beautiful wreaths and garlands here. You can tell the event taking place outside there in the back. Very cool to see that as well. And just beautiful view all around. I love having that glass structure on the back wall so that you can see out in the back and look at that beautiful lake view back there. Looks like we can see the gondola, so we can see the lake, and we can see some of those other resorts over the water as well. Walking through the lobby here, you can see we've got beautiful tile making our way down the hallway as well. Really nice sort of white and gray, almost marbled tile. And these windows to my right, you can see kind of that darker bottom to it, and then over the top of the window you can see outside. You can see that lake in the backyard. You can see the beautiful trees, and again, much better view of the gondolas from back here as well. Check out this book room here. Beautiful books and games here as well. Look at that Scrabble. I'm ready to play some Scrabble in the Riviera Resort. Christmas tree in this book room as well. I like the darker tones, how they make it feel like a formal but not too formal venue, where it has that nice professional theming to it, but at the same time definitely relaxing and comfortable, where you can just kind of grab a seat and play a game at the same time. Check out some of this artwork here. Beautifully animated Magic Kingdom there. It kind of looks very realistic, especially through the camera here, but you can tell it's kind of a outline of what the Magic Kingdom looks like. You can definitely tell that it's hand done here. It's got some watercolor look to it, and really, really cool to see. And then continuing down the hallway here, you can see that flooring switches over from that sort of marble look to that carpeted feel you've seen at maybe some of the other resorts, sticking with those blue, gold, gray, and brown colors, but definitely a great feel to that as well. And some beautiful artwork throughout the resort as well. Look at that. Looks like a kingdom somewhere. I'm not sure that one's the Magic Kingdom, but it definitely looks magical indeed. And these lights definitely stick with that theming as well. You can see we've got that gray, that gold, that brown. It looks great. Check out this logo in the middle of the elevator lobby. You can see they've themed it beautifully with that marble. You've got the white and gray marble, and then that black sort of logo emblem with some gray around it. Absolutely beautiful. You've got the chair and bench, very relaxing feel while you're waiting for an elevator as well. So it's definitely nice they have that seating set up for you while you're waiting for the elevator. Take a look at some of the artwork on the wall here. You've got Mickey and Walt, classic characters here. Really nice to see. A closer look at some of that artwork. You've got Walt and Lillian here. You've got a lot of scenes with them as you go across this lobby area. You can see Walt looking at some artwork with some classic cars here and some classic travel as well. Really cool to see some of these pictures in this lobby area just as you make your way to the left of that main lobby. Making my way down the staircase here, you can see you've got garlands on either side of those handrails, and again that floor sticking with the blue and gold theming. A much better view out the window here as well as we make our way towards that ground level and continuing our way down. I like how the handrail curves outward. Definitely feels very fancy and formal as you're looking at the staircase. On either side, you'll see that it curves sort of outward as you make your way down the stairs. And then there's this back patio here. Again, love that theming, how the bricks look like they're kind of real bricks, traditional bricks, but at the same time they're a little bit larger, a little bit darker colored, and it goes with that gray theming. Very, very nice. And we have an outdoor view here as well as we stepped out that back patio area, walked down from the lobby to the downstairs lobby, making our way to the right of that lobby area. You've got a view of the pool. You can see pretty clearly in the background. We've got gondolas back there. Looks like the Caribbean beach that they're flying over and into. And you've got the pool back there as well. Really cool to see what some of those amenities look like here at the Riviera Resort. I'm not sure how far this loops around if we continue in this direction, but we can take a closer look as well. Looks like we've got almost a privacy area for the pool here with these bushes. I love that setup, so it feels like you're enclosed in that. Taking a closer look at the building structure, you can see the accents all around the building. The orange and the blues goes nicely with that gray color that they have going on the rest of the building as well. Continuing my way around this building, and I just look up and see this amazingly beautiful view of the Skyliners, the lake, some of these other resorts. This is probably going to be one of my favorite parts of the resort right here with this lake view. You've got to appreciate fantastic view of the water. I am definitely a person who enjoys looking at the water and spending time on the water. And so being able to look out here and see those gondolas, see Caribbean beach, and see some of these other Disney resorts and just kind of sit back and enjoy the beautiful atmosphere, it really adds to the dynamic here at the Riviera Resort. Probably going to end up being one of my favorite parts, and it's definitely my favorite part so far. And you've got these trees next to you as well, beautiful palm trees. Really keeps that theming of the water and being on the water going strong. From this lake view here, you can see the backside of water. You can see the pool from the other perspective here. Pool is closed, obviously here. They're still getting things set up, but it's a beautiful view being able to see water on both sides, the backside of water there. Really nice to see. Another building up ahead of us again with the orange and blue accents. See if we can maybe drop in that Primo patio for a dining opportunity there, and lots of outdoor seating here as well. See if we continue to make our way around. There's still so much to see and do. I want to go over there and see that gondola entrance too at Riviera. Want to go down that way and see if we can check out some of the restaurants and some of the other amenities they have here. Really beautiful all around. Is this a second pool for the Riviera Resort? That's crazy. 2 sets of pools here. Really, really nice to see. Definitely gonna stay warm and stay wet out here. Make sure you're having a fun time with the water. Plenty of water to go around for everyone. If you don't have enough of those pools, you can enjoy the lake view here as well. Definitely reminds you of being on the water. You can see more of the backside of the Riviera Resort here with that restaurant over there. The Primo Piatto looks like. You've got the pool back there. This looks like maybe it's a smaller pool, maybe a kiddie pool. The water doesn't look quite as deep, but you've got a beautiful looking slide over there. Reminds me of maybe an older Spain era. And I know this resort is themed after a lot of those European countries and some of that older classic theme and classic feel. I really love what they've done with it so far. Beautiful grass and definitely great floral decorations all around us as well. Going to continue my way around here and look at the rest of it, but very, very nice, relaxing, upscale feel to it. Getting a closer look at this slide as we're walking by here, you can see the slide inside this pool area of the Riviera Resort. The slide sort of wraps around that tower-looking building into that stone sort of structure. Really, really cool to see. It's a beautiful setup. You can see some lily pads here. That's crazy to see these lily pads just floating in the water. Not even sure how those really get there. I'd imagine that's a good frog hangout spot if you're looking to tell your buddies who are frogs where they can hang out here at the Riviera Resort. You got some lily pads on the back right side if you're thinking about it from the front, or it's the back left side if you're walking on the back side, depending upon your perspective. But you can see where I am based on the views here. The Skyliner's way over there to my right. And over to my left, we've got this beautiful beach-looking area. Looks like it may be shared with another resort, but definitely a great feel to it as well. Continuing with these floral decorations, but you can see another water play area here as well. Look at the elephant on the top, some beautiful animals in there. Ostriches decorating that water area. You can see some water spraying up, kind of like water, what would you call that? Water spraying up like it's part of the Magic Kingdom or something along those lines, where they have those obviously spraying tubes of water going upwards. The elephant on top spraying water down. Definitely a lot of free-flowing water here in addition to the water being on the ground. A hippo at the bottom of that slide. If you look closely, you can see that buckets of water being dropped from the top of the slide. That is a really cool setup all around. See if I can get you a closer look here at some of this play area. Again, that elephant up top, you can see he's filling up that bucket to dump some water down. You've got the ostriches on the side. You've got what looks like a mini slide on the back there, and that hippo near the bottom of that slide over there. He's not in the slide, but next to the slide. Really, really beautiful sort of kids water play area here. Definitely can appreciate all of the animals involved in that one. And again, going with that coloration theming. It's a light brown, some dark brown, and then the blue and the whites for these tables here, and little tables you can set up your chairs and watch your kids. Right next to that other slide water area. So I guess you'd say all in all, it looks like there's 3 water play areas, which is really cool. Depending upon your age, what's most appropriate for you. And you can see that bucket pouring down that water from the top there. I just wanted to be able to share that with you. Really cool to see as well. Taking a closer look at the building here, you can see it goes from that grayish color on the top of the building down to a more bronze or brown color lower on the building, again in keeping with that brown going with the gray color scheming, that blue higher up. And it's interesting to see those green sort of accent marks as well. If you look, take a closer look near the top of this building, you can see the green next to those windows. Really, really interesting to see that they have that set up that way with the trees and all the nature. Really nice look all around. And on the far left side of this back area here, you can see a private mini beach area here. You can take a look out at the water with some chairs, step your feet in the sand, and really get that authentic beachy feel. Of course, the lake is sort of roped off. We want to make sure that none of those creatures that may live in that area are coming out of the water. We don't want to get too close to them, but to be able to sit out on the water on that beach and look out at the sights, see the Caribbean beach, see the skyliners, is a really fantastic view. Over here on my right, we have the Bar Riva. You can see a lot of people in there already. I think there's a media event taking place over there. You've got Primo Patio over here, this restaurant, which I want to make a look inside one of these days as well. Maybe it's open right now. Maybe I could take a step in right now. It's interesting to see how the whole resort kind of loops around here. And then I'll be making my way to the Skyliners momentarily as well. And we are stepping inside Primo Piatto here. Lots of Walt artwork on the walls. You can see Walt traveling to different locations. Walt getting off an airplane looks like right there. Definitely looks happy and jolly in that one. Beautiful other holiday decorations as well. Really nice to see the decorations all around. Lots of pictures, lots of artwork. And then these red and white sort of chairs. You've got blue chairs over here as well. So red, white, and blue is definitely a color scheme going on over here. And you've got some food over there as well. We'll have to see what the food options look like. You can see some of the menu here for breakfast. Scrambled eggs. We've got breakfast bread pudding there, French toast bread pudding. You've got different continental breakfast and salmon bagels and yogurt. All kinds of different options here for breakfast as well. Just kind of like a coffee bar here in front of us, of course, as well. And you've got a bunch of juices and other drinks in that fridge over there too. So great to see all of the different options here for breakfast. And you can see some of the pastries available for breakfast as well. Check out these different sandwiches that are offered, different breaded items as well. You've got bagels in here, different cakes and croissants in there as well. Very cool to see. And more of a freezer section. You can see the different stuff available in the fridge there. Cool to see. They've got the smoked salmon, the tuna salad, variety of different healthy options there too. You've got plenty of different fruit options. Looks like that's also where some of this dressing is kept if you're looking for whether it's cream cheese, that kind of thing, right here in the fridge for you to be able to grab as well. And you've got a variety of different drinks too. You can see the sodas, waters, different alcoholic beverages in there as well, all available for purchase here at the Riviera Resort. Ooh, check out this gelato here. You've got toasted honey almond gelato, cherry vanilla swirl gelato, and vanilla chocolate chunk gelato. Ooh, gotta watch out for that. A little too tempting. Heading up to the 10th floor now for that dining venue. Should be a full restaurant in addition to this kind of breakfast bar down here. Or at least it's a breakfast bar for now. Probably a quick service in general versus a table service on the 10th floor. I'm loving the theming so far. It feels formal, but not too formal where I feel uncomfortable. You know, it feels professional and very clean. And so I like that modern, professional feel to the resort as opposed to some of those lighter ones. At the same time, I love those resorts as well. And I love all of the water and the water views at the resort. And this is a beautiful area as well. Look at this decoration on the ceiling here. Looks like these sort of golden strands here, almost like candles or bent mini straws hanging down from the ceiling there. There's a reflection of it in the mirror, so you can see it from a better angle right in front of Topolino. So it looks like this is exactly where you want to be, on the east side of the building, to be able to access that restaurant. It is right here on the east side. And here's that aerial view. Wow, absolutely love this perspective of the resort as well. Just as we step inside here, quite a wine selection. You can see, keeping that theming, again, the browns and the grays and those sort of darker colors, but beautiful colors, in this first room here on our left as we step inside. Not somewhere you'd probably eat for lunch or for dinner, but maybe just an area to maybe hang out while you're waiting for your table. But a lot of different wine options here as well. And we're gonna make our way inside and see what that looks like as well. Ooh, we've got some characters in here. Check out Donald over there, beautifully themed for this resort. Really, really cool to see. Similar sort of ornaments hanging from the ceiling here. Look at that same sort of decoration on the ceiling, and a lot of nice window views here. Again, definitely loving that brown and gray and bronze and gold colors in keeping with that sort of theme here. Love seeing Donald over there as well. Check him out. You can see him with special holiday gear. Not holiday gear, but it seems like Riviera themed gear. And there's Mickey as well. That's awesome. Love to see them. You can see another table here, red and bronze. It almost seems like a more casual hangout seating type table, versus some of those booths in there are a little bit more formal, but still all very cool to see. And an aerial view of the resort from up here. You can see those gondolas moving. You can see all sides of the resort from here, and you can see the pools and the lake over there. All kinds of great views from up here at Topolino's. And we've got Minnie here as well. Look at Minnie, beautifully themed for the Riviera Resort. I hadn't even realized there's a balcony up here as well. Beautiful balcony. I'm going to step out there and be able to enjoy those views. Look at these similar but different decorations hanging down from the ceiling over here as well. And of course, some Christmas trees. Beautiful theming of this restaurant overall. Again, in keeping with the color scheme, that's a big piece of it, but also not too obtrusive decorations, but still very nice. And more view down of the resort here while we are about to step outside and see what it looks like from out there. Right past this grate here, or this fence for our safety, you can see a beautiful view of the resort. I feel like this is the most relaxing, peaceful view here. You can hear very soft music playing in the background, but otherwise it's very quiet. You can also hear the wind very lightly in the background here. So very, very nice, great view of that pool there. You can see the lake. You can even see the Tower of Terror from here, and the Swan and Dolphin further in the back there. Overall, what a fantastic experience on the top of the Riviera Resort. It looks like they have some outdoor seating as well. That's really, really nice. These red flowers to decorate it. And they've got that, again, bronze, beige, blue, and reds decorating this outdoor seating area. I'd imagine maybe this is for when the restaurant is more crowded, they'll do outdoor seating, or maybe just later on in the day they'll do some outdoor seating. I'm not really sure how they'll decide to fill this. Maybe no one's wanted to sit outside yet, but it's really a nice view all the way around the perimeter here. You can see this goes on quite a ways. I can walk all the way down to the end here and have some fantastic views all the way around the resort. This gives us a perspective of this other pool. Some of the more, I would imagine, some of the more kiddie pools over here. You can see the whole lake view from here, which is fantastic. And looking at the gondolas off in the distance, really, really fantastic views. Some resorts off to the back in this direction, and as you continue to make your way around, again, you can see the Tower of Terror and Galaxy's Edge to our right if you take a closer look in that direction. Overall, what a beautiful view, a relaxing experience from the top of the Riviera Resort. And wow, well, look at that. It looks like someone's playing with a little remote control boat there, a little toy in the middle of the pool there. It's interesting. You can see some of the, I'm not sure if you can see it very clearly from here. I'm trying to give you a better view, but it seems like maybe one of the team members is using a little boat on the lake as maybe a demonstration for the feel of what the Riviera Resort is all about. Really a cool effect to see on day one here. And on this back right corner here of the balcony, you can see that beach we were looking at earlier. Really cool to see, sort of like that mini private beach, maybe shared with another one of the resorts, but it looks more at the lake there. You can see more resorts and hotels in the background. Overall, I think this is one of my favorite parts of the resort so far. You know, I love the natural air feel. You know, I love the water and being able to have these beautiful views. Really fantastic to see. So if you're in the area and you're thinking about what should I check out at the Riviera Resort, I would definitely recommend coming up to the balcony of Topolino's, looking at these beautiful views from this perspective. But just walking around at ground level is an amazing perspective. included as well. And if you're looking for small snacks or maybe a couple of pastries, you can drop by La Petite Cafe here. You can see a couple of different coffee and tea options here, just to the left of the entrance of the Riviera Resort. I'm not the type to spend too much time in a gift shop, but you know, we're here. It's a new resort. You've got to check this one out. So taking a quick look in the gift shop here, seeing some of the options, and I really enjoy seeing some of these characters here themed. I'm sure the characters upstairs are themed to these characters, which seem unique to the Riviera Resort. So really nice to see that these characters have their own outfits specifically for the Riviera, and a lot of Riviera themed merchandise around the store as well. Shirts over there, all a variety of different types of headbands and dresses and backpacks and mugs. You can see this mug right here themed to the Riviera. All kinds of very cool stuff. We've taken a pretty good look all over the resort, and I love that dark and professional feel and the adult feel, but at the same time, not too professional, not too adult. We did make that left as we came in the entrance. We've been all over. We just looked at La Petite Cafe, which is, if you make a left once you enter, we went down those stairs, which is sort of in the center direction, and look down there that way as well. But we haven't been in the Skyliner direction yet. You can see this sign as we head down this hallway, which says, it's on the west side, Disney Skyliners to elevator. There's an elevator Disney Skyliners on level 1 this way, so we're going to check that way out, see what we can find. More artwork here throughout the resort. Picture of the Lost Boys and the dog there. You can see sort of that storytelling of the Peter Pan. I realize this may be not the Lost Boys, but the Lost Boys are in that story, so at least I'm in the ballpark. Look at the theming of the walls here as well, how it's got that gold and beige and the white walls here. If you look lower on those walls, again, that beige or gold color to it, definitely keeping that theming strong. Oh wow, check out these beautiful pieces of artwork here. You've got Ariel, and you've got, looks like Rapunzel over here on our left, and over on our right, you've got a couple of other princesses as well. Really cool to see these sort of longer images here, longer pieces of art, which are, looks like they're hand painted here, maybe some hand painting work, but really, really nicely done. Attention to detail on those is fantastic. I love sort of a unique take on those princesses. It's beautiful pieces of artwork, maybe some of my favorites here in the resort so far. And this is just, again, to the right as you make that entrance towards the gondolas. Really cool to see. Another elevator lobby here. This one is carpet, and this one's got that blue and gold emblem on the ground. The shape is similar, but it's on carpet and it's different colors. So interesting to see how different elevator lobbies have been themed differently here. Really interesting to see, as soon as we made it to the first floor, just where we got off that last elevator lobby, we're back to that same black logo here on that tile. Very interesting. And then you step inside here, and you've got those same pieces of artwork all stacked up next to each other. So you can tell maybe they are more common than I figured in this resort, but still beautiful pieces of artwork. Definitely some of my favorites so far in the resort. And we have Alice in Wonderland here near the end of this hallway. We're just making our way down this way towards the direction of the Skyliners, and it looks like we may be taking a turn now. Instead of continuing that way, which leads us straight outside, we're going to be going straight down this way, making a turn. So definitely lots of hallways to explore here, but I love this princess themed artwork, different themed artwork for different characters. It's beautifully designed. Ho ho ho, look at that Magic Kingdom right there. Beautiful perspective, almost looks frozen, like a frozen kingdom there. Maybe that is from Frozen, but really nicely done. Again, this hand painting work of artwork throughout the resort is definitely a beautiful touch. It looks like it's done, again, each one unique and individually done, so it seems like it's really personalized to the resort. Really looks authentic. At the same time, it's beautiful and beautifully done. You can see, almost even see the marks on there that look like they're paint. So maybe they are, even though, again, I look at these and I'm saying, well, I've seen some of these a couple times, so I'm not so sure that they're each unique and hand painted. Maybe they are, because you can see kind of those paint marks on here. So beautiful piece of work. Oh my gosh, look at this mosaic here. All tile, tiny pieces of tile here that go all the way across the wall, decorating. Look at that, into Neverland, looks like from Peter Pan here. Beautiful scene, again with tiny, tiny pieces of tile there. Beautiful mosaic, wraps all the way around the ceiling. Let me see if I can give you a full view of that. But really, really nicely done. And if you see on the ground there, you can see some of those lights, rainbow colored lights, I imagine to light up this mosaic at night. Beautiful. Giving you a closer look here, you can see the clock tower from the world of Peter Pan there, making their way off in the distance there. You've got Peter Pan, Wendy, and the gang up there. Really, really nice to see. Continuing our way around here, the moon, and you've got that pirate ship flying through the sky, volcano here, those lights I was talking about on the background. Wow, what a beautiful mosaic. And there's a whole nother one over there. with a different character, different theming, I'm sure, but really, really amazing to see this. Looking forward to checking that other one out as well. And again, if you don't get close to this, you can't really tell. It's these tiny little pieces of tile that are all kind of wrapped into each other. Wow. I mean, from a distance, it looks amazing. It looks impeccable. Perfectly done. I thought I liked that last piece of artwork. You gotta check this one out from Tangled. Oh my gosh. Look at this scene here in the background. All of those lights going up into the distance. Wow, beautiful, beautiful image there. Mosaic, again, wraps around this area here. Really nice. And take a closer look at this one. We do have some equipment there, it looks like, for filming, but beautiful tower there where the princess lives, entangled, wraps you around that sky. And look at those lights as the lights decorate the ceiling there, making our way down to the castle here and a variety of different houses in the village here. Ship coming into the dock there, a couple of mini ships as well if you look closer. Wow, absolutely amazing. This has got to be my new favorite part of the resort right here, is these mosaics. You might not even notice them if you don't check this area out. Fantastic. Riviera is a beautiful resort and there's so much to see, but this has got to be one of my favorite parts, and it's so easy to miss if you don't look for it. And of course, the long-awaited gondola station. We have made our way to this side of the resort. It's a beautiful view out here as well. You've got lakes on both sides of us. You've got that lake we saw earlier, but another one here kind of by this parking area on this side of us. And you've got a resort map over here. I haven't even seen this. I'm actually gonna have to take a closer look. Beautiful lake view here as well, right across from where you board those gondolas. And it's such a nice day as well. I don't know, maybe it's because it's such a nice day and everything's so nice here, but I'm feeling so refreshed seeing it all. Fantastic feel, again, very relaxing. Again, formal, but not too formal, where you feel comfortable. It's not too loud, it's soft, subtle music, beautiful theming. But you can see, again, this lake view here looking out into those rocks, and at some of those other resorts in the difference as well. Ho ho ho, I had not noticed these here. Take a closer look at these chairs on each and every balcony. They've got that RR on them, that beautiful Riviera Resort logo on each and every chair, it looks like, on this balcony here, on each and every balcony. Wow, absolutely beautifully, meticulously themed. Attention to detail is fantastic here at the Riviera Resort. And we can indeed hear the media event taking place over there. There's Minnie speaking to us in French. They're talking about the unique costumes that the characters are wearing here. Really, really nice to hear, nice to see. So glad we can kind of see this as we're walking by and seeing the resort here as well. Now taking a look at this Bar Riva here. You can see Bar Riva is just to the left of that outdoor exit if you're looking at the Riviera from the backside. You can see they serve a variety of alcoholic beverages here and some non-alcoholic beverages as well. And the theming, again, sticking with a lot of blues and whites here. Definitely a very beachy ocean feel. You can see a Disney cruise liner in the back there as it's pulling up to, looks like maybe a Spain or something along those lines. So really, really nice to see. Beautifully themed for that lake view, for that water view by the pool, that Bar Riva here. I like it quite a bit, definitely. Again, this one kind of almost reminds me more of the Beach Club than a lot of the other dining venues we've stepped in here today because of those blues and those whites. But I know, again, it's unique to the Riviera Resort. It's just more whites and more blues as opposed to as many of those grays and those browns and those golds as we saw at some of the other venues. So I've been running around like a crazy person looking for this Voyager's Lounge, not realizing I've already been in the Voyager's Lounge. It is that book room, as I've been calling it, you know, kind of like Belle's Enchanted Book Room here. So in case you're looking for Voyager's Lounge, that's the one that is. Doesn't look like a food venue, even though it was labeled as a food venue. Maybe it's more like somewhere you can bring food with you and eat here, because there are a couple of tables and that sort of thing. But just so you know, this is Voyager's Lounge. And checking out this overhang here, where that RR is for the Riviera Resort. You can see very open feel to it, where you can catch your bus, or you can wait for your Magical Express, or maybe you just get dropped off by the Magical Express to welcome you to that beautiful Riviera Resort. An open feel to it as well. Again, very elegant and professional and formal, while at the same time not being over the top in that sense. So I love the theming here at this resort. Nicely done. Getting a closer look at the pool area here in the Riviera Resort. Really cool to see. They've got this spa here. You know you gotta love the jacuzzi area. You've got that sign with the spa rules. Riviera pool. No lifeguard on duty on that one, which makes sense for a lot of those hot tub areas, makes sense. But you can see a lot of these other pools around here as well. And as I mentioned before, you know, I love the theming of these slides. Look at that pillar, which reminds you of maybe an older century building, and the slide wraps around that one. Very, very nicely done. Kind of spits out at the bottom here. You can see the pool has an interesting shape to it as well. It's not quite, maybe it's a letter in a sense if you look at it. Maybe it's like the letter C or something along those lines, but it's got that shape to it where it's like a, I don't know what to call it exactly. It's like one of those Japanese pavilion buildings, right? Where it's got the two legs, the top, and maybe those sort of arms that go through the top of the thing. Really interesting to see. But I love the setup of the pool here. It's really cool to see that they've got this pool area set up for their guests, and it's quite large, right? So you can see there's some deeper areas and some more shallow ones. You've got the structure of that slide over there. And of course, that other slide that we were looking at earlier is very cool as well. And look at this water play area. So many hippos. I love the hippos holding up those little towers there. I love the hippo's face on the side there. You can see the water sprinkling up, has some lights in there. There's some LEDs to light it up. Definitely seems like the hippo is the most dominant animal present in this water play area. That slide that wraps around, all of it is beautifully done. Just now seeing you can press this button to make this cannon spray here. That's really, really cool to see. Check that out as the water sprays out of that cannon. That slide, again, cool to take a closer look. Elephant up there on the top. Nice to be able to get up close and have a closer look at this water-themed area. A couple of ostriches on this side. Oh, getting the water dumped on us by the elephant up there. Love to see that every time. More LEDs over here. A lot more of these water creatures. Did I point out those mushrooms to you already? I think I may have, or maybe that was on Instagram. You've got this slide over here, a little mini slide with some of those different moving motors and different parts to it. But this is definitely a very, very cute hippo. You can see with the nose spray going on there, looks like a lovely lady. And you can see lots of seating here as well. We've got lots of chairs for sitting near the pool and just being able to relax and enjoy the view here. Lots of trees and theming that goes well with the resort as well. Ooh, that's cool to see. Yeah, if you pull any of those white ropes, it'll drop water on top of you right next to those ropes. Very cool. Check out this cannon here. You press this button and it sprays out the front. Really, really cool to see. Oh, nice. Get some turning motion in there as well. So nice to be able to check out the Riviera Resort here today. It's so relaxing. I love the artwork, those mosaics. I love the view of the water and how much water is involved in the resort. It's fantastic. So glad I could experience it here with you today. What did you think of today's venture? I'd love to hear your thoughts in the comments below. Let me know on a scale of 0 to 10, how would you rate this adventure? Do you want to see more resort adventures? Looking forward to hearing your thoughts. If you haven't already, for more fun adventures like this one, make sure you hit that subscribe button and ring the bell to stay informed. And until next time, play on. Also, make sure you check out my Twitch channel at twitch.tv/DaveK in the description below, and my gaming YouTube channel on the end screen if you like those kinds of adventures. So many fun videos coming to that side as well. Keep your eyes open for it. Fun fact, I just learned this boarding side here is for Hollywood Studios, Pop Century, that sort of thing. The other side is to get to Epcot. So if you are boarding the gondolas here to leave Riviera, then you know which side you have to be on depending upon where you're going. Continuing walking around this building, and I just look up and see this amazingly beautiful. And on the far left side from the back, or the far right side, if you're thinking about it from the front of the building, you could... More artwork in the hallways here. Riviera's gotta be so nice to be able to check out the Riviera Resort here today.